Welcome back to Successification, the channel where we don't just read life-changing books, we live them. Today, we're diving into a story that hits hard, both emotionally and mentally. It's the story of a man who pushed past every excuse, every limit, and every ounce of pain to become truly unbreakable. That man is David Goggins, and the book is Can't Hurt Me. This isn't your typical motivational video. This is about going deep into the darkness, the kind of darkness that either breaks you or builds you. So, if you've ever told yourself, "I'm not strong enough, I wasn't born for this, I'll never be as tough as them," then this story, his story, will shatter that belief. Let's begin at the beginning. David Goggins grew up in a home filled with abuse. His father was violent. He faced racism almost daily. He was overweight, depressed, and full of fear. He was failing in life, hiding from his potential, drowning in excuses. But here's the twist. He didn't stay that way. Something inside him snapped, not in a destructive way, but in a transformational one. He realized that nobody was coming to save him, that if he didn't build himself, no one would. And from that moment on, he made a decision to do the hard things, to suffer on purpose, to callous his mind, just like you callous your hands in the gym. So what does it mean to callous your mind? Imagine lifting weights. At first, your hands hurt, they blister, they bleed. But if you keep showing up, those blisters turn into calluses. Your hands get stronger. Goggins says your mind is no different. Every time you push through discomfort, every time you choose discipline over distraction, every time you do what most people avoid, you're building a thicker layer of mental resilience. You're callousing your mind. It's not about becoming cold or emotionless. It's about becoming mentally unshakable. Now, let's talk about pain. Pain is the ultimate teacher. Goggins didn't avoid pain. He ran toward it. He used it. He studied it. He turned it into a weapon. During Navy SEAL Hell Week, one of the most grueling military trainings on Earth, David went through it not once, not twice, but 3 times. Why? Because he refused to give up. Because when his body broke, he let his mind take over. He says, "You will never learn from people who comfort you. You learn from those who make you uncomfortable." Let that sink in. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from doing the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. Now, here's the core of Goggins' to live in the pain cave and love it. That's why he's run ultramarathons, broken pull-up records, and pushed beyond human limits. Because he retrained his mind to believe in what most people call impossible. You might be thinking, "But I'm not David Goggins." And you're right. You're not. But you don't have to be. You just have to apply his mindset. He doesn't tell his story to say, "Be like me." He tells it to say, "Be more like the version of you that stops making excuses." The truth is, you already have what it takes. It's just buried under comfort, fear, and laziness. And the way to uncover it? Discipline, grit, consistency. Let's talk about excuses, because Goggins doesn't tolerate them. He says most people lie to themselves. We dress up our excuses to look like facts. I don't have time. I'm too tired. I don't have the motivation. Here's what Goggins would say. Good. That's exactly why you should do it. He teaches us to use resistance as confirmation, not a barrier. If it's hard, you're going the right way. If you're scared, you're about to grow. If you're uncomfortable, you're in the zone where change happens. Now, let's make this real. Here are 3 ways to start calling your mind today, the Goggins way. 1. Do something uncomfortable every day. Cold showers, waking up early, saying no to junk food, running when you don't feel like it. Small discomforts train you to handle bigger ones later. Every time you do the hard thing, you're casting a vote for the stronger version of yourself. 2. A cookie jar of achievements. Goggins keeps a mental jar of every time he's overcome pain or doubt. When he hits a wall, he reaches into that jar, reminds himself, "I've done hard things before. I can do this too." Start keeping your own. Write down your wins, big or small. They're proof that you can handle more than you think. 3. Speak the truth to yourself, even when it hurts. Goggins looked in the mirror and said things most people wouldn't dare to admit. He called himself out. He didn't sugarcoat it. He knew that brutal honesty was the first step to real growth. Try this. Every morning, look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I giving everything I've got? If the answer is no, that's your wake-up call. Here's what separates Goggins. Before we end, here's a challenge, straight from the Goggins mindset. Today, do one thing your brain tells you not to. It could be running, studying, starting that project, or simply saying no to distraction. Then, comment below. What's one hard thing you did today to callous your mind? We're building a community of warriors, not comfort seekers. So hit that like button if this gave you a spark. Subscribe if you want more mental toughness from books that actually change lives. And turn on notifications because this journey doesn't stop here. This is Successification, where book wisdom becomes your strength and your story becomes legendary.